Good morning, world. I wanted to check in with you, say hello. I am in Vienna right now. It feels like the last chapter, the last leg of a journey that started over a month ago, where I first journeyed with my daughters through Northern Europe and went to Sweden, Norway, Denmark. In that journey, met an ex. I had some conclusions with him. Then going to the UK, going to a festival, Osholila, where I really wanted to go, and then some days with myself in Glastonbury, and then time in London where I was co-creating with Shani, who's still here with me. We journeyed here together, and now being in Vienna for another festival, and then next Sunday I'm going home. And I wanted to share with you about these times where so much in our lives is changing. You know, I guess we all go through these waves where suddenly it feels like everything is different, and sometimes we can see these changes coming because we know a job is ending or starting, or a kid will be born, or we know we're going to move to another place. So sometimes these changes are very obvious and on the outside, and sometimes these changes might be on a different level or not be so much on the outside yet. And I'm noticing to myself that I'm going through one of those for I think about 2 months now, where like a while ago I started to feel like, hey, things are changing, big things are changing, and I don't know what is changing and where it will change into. I don't know what the conclusions are. I don't know what will change on the outside, but I know things are changing big time. And parts of that were like I was still have really bright dreams, real big dreams. One of the most profound ones, the most difficult ones, is I used to have this beautiful black horse. Many of you might know Jade, who's also in some of my photos, and he's also the basis, the foundation for this big tattoo that I have on my back. He's been my friend for over 13 years, my friend, my teacher, my buddy, my ally, and he died 2.5 years ago. And last week I keep having this recurring dream where I kill him, where I have to kill him again and again. And it's quite hard. They are rough dreams, and I feel like they're creating space for something, maybe literally for new horse connections, maybe for new connections to the masculine, as he's representing the masculine to me. Maybe for different things, I don't know, but it feels like there is on a deeper level, there's another layer of letting go. I mentioned this interaction with an ex in Sweden, and hello. No, Facebook Live. Facebook Live. It was Shani. Seeing that ex and feeling some conclusion with him, in not the way that I would have loved to, but in a way that showed me patterns that were still in me, and maybe patterns where I was still holding on to certain outcomes of our interactions, and just noticing how I could let those go when we met again. And I just noticed, okay, I have to let this go on deeper levels, which I did. And noticing also how the connection to the father of my children changed. It has been challenging for a few years until a while ago, and now it feels so calm and beautiful. And another thing that I felt so clearly in the last weeks is the city versus nature. Like now I'm in Vienna, you might hear the city. Last days I was in London, and I feel quite drained of being in the city versus how I felt when I was at Osholila or in Glastonbury. And it really lights up this desire to be out in nature again. So there are these things that are changing, like on the outside, or like pinpointable changes. And more so there's so much happening on the inside. And mainly what I want to share with you is that these times of change, there is so much that can happen on the inside. And some of the things that I've noticed when I'm going through these waves is that there can be one of the things I often encounter in these times is that there is a huge shift in the people who are close to me, or very close, or like friends close. So I might suddenly lose quite a bit of friends, and it might feel really rough and hard. And also, it seems like to be in alignment flow, where I change, some people are just not aligned anymore with who I am, and not a fit anymore for who I am. Whereas others may be. So there could be, like I've also noticed over the last few weeks, how I start to meet people who feel like amazing friends, or the friendships suddenly turn into a much deeper love. That happened with me and a gorgeous beloved over the last days as well. Um, Suddenly new co-creation opportunities might come, and I don't easily co-create, and I meet someone who's like, wow, oh my god, we need to talk about this. Um, and at the same time, other people who I might have known for a while, I've noticed that there is another part. So the shift in friends is a big part. Another big part that I've noticed over the last weeks, more than ever before in my life, I think, is the amount of projections of people who feel triggered just by me being who I am. People who project that, for example, I should be a perfect person who's always available to answer everyone's messages, and who don't forgive me for missing a message, and then project a lot of anger and frustration onto me. Or people who feel frustrated. What else was there? Just by the way I live, by being a female entrepreneur making a living out of the things that I do. Some people get very triggered out of that and openly projected that over Facebook or directly towards me. That has been quite rough. That has been quite rough to just breathe through and really be clear with my boundaries. Like, hey, this is not cool. This is not how I wish to interact with people. This is not how I wish it to be. And at the same time, also to breathe and be like, okay, this is not about me. This is not about me. And of course, to take the lessons. Like, okay, maybe there is something that I could do different. But to really breathe through all that, I've noticed that a lot. And then coming with all that are, these moments where I am like, oh my god, this is amazing. Things are changing, and I love it when life changes, because I don't like living the same way for years and years. Let it come, let it change, please. I'm feeling excited about new people, new ideas, new things that might come. And there are days where I feel like, oh my god, what's happening? Like, it feels terrifying. I'm tired. Whereas there's no security in life. I'm free falling again. Where will I live? Will I ever make enough money? Like, these worries, worries will all come back, and they might not be true at all. Some of those are completely not true when I look at my life, but the feelings are real. Like, the fears are real, the emotions are real, and can I be with those? Human beings can have, like, in general, they say human beings don't like change. I guess that's different for all of us, and our resilience or our capacity to deal with change obviously is different for every human being, also for the same human being on different times in their lives. But it can be rough, these times of changes, and to have compassion with that as well, and to be kind. That's what I'm doing now. Like, I woke up at 11:15, and I could be like, oh my god, I went to bed way too late last night because I didn't want to go to bed. I wake up way too late, could have done so much more productive stuff, and then be like, no, I just needed that. I needed to just get lost a little bit in a book and in my phone, and then sleep, and then just wake up whenever, and just sit here checking in with you, looking at the streets here in Vienna, before I'm going to go into another festival, and who knows what that brings, because I'm going to step into another cauldron where 300 people come together in this very edgy way, and of course that will bring stuff up, so let it come. But also, can I be compassionate with myself that right now I'm just sitting in this apartment, staring at the door, staring at the window into the street, and just wanting to be here and hide a little bit. That's okay too. Yeah. So wherever you are, maybe you are going through a time of stability in your life. Maybe you just gone through lots of changes, and maybe you're right in the middle of it. And to me, these are times, these are waves. The intensity of the changes will be in waves, so there will be more, there will be less. That's my experience of these things, at least. And just sending my love to all of you. If you want to share about your times of change, please connect with me. Let me know how your change is going, and let me know if there are things that support you. Maybe some of the things I shared resonate with you. Maybe you think it is utter BS. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Sending you so much love this morning, and talk to you soon. Mwah.